yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Raider Nation. What it do? It's Friday. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on in Raider Nation land? Friday, what? November the 5th? Yeah, tomorrow's the 6th. Same old same's going on. A lot to talk about, I guess. We'll get into some fantasy today for sure. After we get through the monologue. But as always, I would like to make sure that we take care of all the typical housekeeping. So, as always, if you haven't yet, please make sure to smack that like button for this video as well as all other videos. And also, please be sure to slap that subscribe button. My goal, I want to make sure that I let people know, my goal is to get to 100 by week 10. This week is week 8, so I got 2 weeks left and I'm at 84 subscribers. So I need 16 more subscribers. So please, 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 please help your boy out. Forward it, do whatever we can to get that up so we can get to that magical number, right? We need that. Let's do it. Thank you. Appreciate it in advance. All right, I see Cuz is in today. That's what's up. What's up, Day? Truth be told, hopefully we can get him on later on today, after the monologue, if you will. But yeah, let's get into it. Raider Nation, we are in New York City. There's a lot to talk about. This will be what? This is definitely the first cold weather game. It's going to be 50 degrees. I've obviously been petrified of this. If you've been following, if you know anything about me, born and raised in Connecticut. So, yep, the cold is something I should be used to. Even worse, went to college in Montana for 5 years. So I know what cold is, but that's kind of part of the problem. And it hurts. So, yeah. Cold is not kind to my body these days. So, yeah, it's not fun, but I'm going to do what I can to bring the fans everything I can when it comes to the content and any kind of videos I can bring to bring the fans some joy, some entertainment. And yeah, so we're gonna be there. We'll be there in JFK. We fly into, I want to say 9:30, something like that tomorrow night. So yeah, I'll be well rested. The stadium opens up at 10 o'clock, I believe, 10 a.m., 2 hours before the game. So I will be there right around 9:50, I'm sure, waiting for those doors to crack open. Yeah, so I've been doing a little research. Like I said, I want to talk a little bit about getting ready for this and going. But yeah, I'm glad I did do some research when it comes to Giant Stadium. It's been a long time since I've been to Giant Stadium. In fact, Giant Stadium that I've been to is no longer, right? That was demolished for the new one. And it's been a while since they had that. But yeah, doing a little bit of research. Yeah, that's right, the Meadowlands, cuz the Meadowlands. Yep, that's done. And that's where I lost my high school ring. Like I think I touched on that before in a previous live. But yeah, so no love lost for that place. I'm glad it got demolished. I never got that returned as I didn't expect to. If you remember, excuse me. Yeah, I was kind of a jerk when it came to being a fan, a young fan from that respect. So it is what it is. But yeah, unfortunately, the stadium is ranked like 27th out of all 32 stadiums in the NFL. Um, I don't know who ranked that right. Obviously it could be someone that has it out for the Giants. No idea. It is what it is. I mean, regardless, I'm absolutely gonna enjoy myself. Only thing is, after having that episode at the dumpster fire, and I'm always gonna call SoFi the dumpster fire of all stadiums, and just generic is all you know what. But yeah, I mean, after going there, I I'm no longer making making any expectations, based on if you for that state to have a good time. These tickets are absolutely the best ones you can get from what I know as far as the club seats are concerned. I'm sure you obviously have suites and some other areas that they don't advertise, but the EY coaches club seats, to my knowledge, are the best ones you can get at Giant Stadium. So that's where we're sitting, smack dab in the 50-yard line, 20 rows up, I believe, something like that. So yeah, um, that's where it is. I'm hoping that I get all that sweet good footage, all the cracks and the crannies. As you know, I got the gift of gab. I'm trying to get in places probably shouldn't shouldn't have access to. Maybe it'll work out, maybe not. Who knows? But like I said, whatever I can do to get the Raider Nation and Raider fans whatever content I can get for entertainment. Um, yeah, SoFi is because I don't even want to get into it. It was the worst. They treated us so bad, so bad. And I'm talking specifically Raider Nation, Raider fans. That video did get a lot of views, but I needed to get more. I needed it to go viral. And anybody that was a Raider fan that sat in VIP against the Chargers absolutely deserves their money back. That's just that. Yeah, so I'm gonna move on from that. So yeah, Giant Stadium. Yep, be there at 10 o'clock. I'll get everything I possibly can. They definitely have a section where you can get player level, and you're right behind the bench, I believe. Unfortunately, it'll be on the Giant side. Boo! Nobody cares about them. Apparently, they don't have the same type of setup when it comes to the uh, visitor side. And of course, like I say, it's an older stadium, so yep, that's what we're gonna have to deal with. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to take being favored by 3.5 to the Giants. It's kind of low, but then again, right? It's our first game in the cold weather, right? As you can see, I got the Scully on. This is exactly what I will be wearing Sunday. As you see, I got our leader on. That's right, straight up. Carr is gonna bring us home. I mean, he's gonna do it all for us this season. He has to. I mean, and he's prepared for it. He's been preparing for this for a very long time. I was excited. I watched one of these videos not too long ago where he was discussing how he wanted to, get better at preparing and training and working and work ethic, etc. So he figured out, who he wanted to model that by. And he said, okay, I want to, model this after the hardest working, just go getter that there is. So Kobe Bryant was who he thought of. And everything he could find on Kobe, you know, eat, sleep, drink, Kobe, everything you can think of on, what motivated him, all those things. And that's what Carr is trying to mimic, but obviously on the football field. And I mean, I don't think we can ask for anything better at this point. Carr, I mean, and again, I definitely did not give him the benefit of the doubt earlier on in the season, particularly the game where I constantly discussed him missing just wide open people on the side where we sat as fans. That was section C-132. It was pretty awful. But I mean, hey, everybody's gonna have a bad game, right? Putting all that behind us, and even back then, I said, Carr is our leader. It is what it is. That's what we moving forward with. So you know what I'm saying? Get that man his flowers, man. Right? Carr is our guy. Carr is our guy, and he's gonna do it for us. So yeah, I think we're going. I think we're gonna have the Giants looking pretty sick. I think we're gonna stomp a mud hole in a point blank period. I honestly don't see any different. I understand it looks like it's gonna be close, but I think, yeah, Giants gonna be on life support after this. They don't have a shot. I'm sorry. I really think we get the running game going. Um, I'm really excited and happy. I'm excited and happy for Zay Jones, big play Zay, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but I believe he's statistically the most career catches in NCAA D1 college football of all time. So that's impressive. That's an impressive feat for anybody, right? I had no idea. Excuse me. I know, Zay comes from some pedigree for sure, but I didn't know, he had a stat like that. I mean, anytime you hold the record in the NCAA, I don't care what it is, what position, you're doing something, right? I mean, records are made to be broken, but anytime you're doing that in the current present time, clearly something's going right. So I'm happy to see that. And now it's his time to shine, right? One man falls, it's time for somebody to step up. And not only do we have him, we also got my main man Stoner, man, Dylan Stoner. I'm telling y'all, I have big hopes for this kid. I you know what? I'm gonna go out there and put it out there. I think he's our new Fred Biletnikoff. Yep, I said it. I think he's the new Freddie B. That's right. I think he's gonna shake up the world, Freeman. I think Stoner is. I mean, come on, just look at the storyline. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, a kid with the last name Stoner in Vegas, where they just now decide to legalize marijuana, etc. I mean, it doesn't matter what this kid does. That jersey's gonna probably be the number one selling jersey in about 6 months, just based off the name alone, regardless of what he does. But again, I want to challenge y'all to go check him out. Yeah, kid from Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's where he's born and raised. And went to Oklahoma State University, a Cowboy. And man, I'm telling you, I'm impressed. And again, if you can go back and look at preseason, I mean, the kid balled. I think he did very well. And given the chance, right? He's gonna have to give somebody some breaks. Whether it's Edwards, whether it's Jones, whether it's Renfro. He's gonna have to give somebody breaks. And I think the kid's ready. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what we have, like I had in the thumbnail for last week, well, not last week, I mean the last live. That other elephant in the room when it comes to receiving is free agents. And this is gonna be my take. I really I'm not. I mean, look, obviously, it's cool if we get Beckham. It's cool if we get Deshaun. But if there's a person out of those two that I personally think we should get, it would be the closest that can replace what we had. And OBJ, he's not a burner. He's more of your true number one, everything receiver. That's what Odell Beckham is. Is that what we need? Has Carr had a number one receiver all season so far? No, he spreads the ball like crazy, and I mean that could potentially be a problem to gain a number one receiver that expects to get the ball like that when that's not the way Carr rolls. That's not the way the offense works. So I'm more excited about the young guys we have. I mean, I wasn't upset when we didn't have that knee-jerk reaction of just trying to sign any and everything. I think we're doing it exactly the right way. And if one of these two guys falls in our lap and we can get a good deal, I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Like I say, me personally, I want Deshaun first. Deshaun Jackson first, and then it would be Odell Beckham. And again, the purpose and the reason behind my thinking is the fact that Deshaun is as close as it gets to rug speed, right? Period. Um, you know, I I, I don't think OD got that kind of breakaway speed, right? And I mean that's the thing. I mean, let's keep it real. The other elephant in the room on Deshaun Jackson is exactly that. And this is something that, again, I don't think a lot of people see or understand. The reason why Deshaun Jackson is hurt, you know, half of the year usually is because the guy is old and he's hasn't lost a single step. Like straight up, he's still a burner like when he was in his 20s, and that's not normal. So in my eyes, it makes sense that he gets hurt, right? He's still running like he's 20s and he's what, 30s, early 20s, and he's in his 30s. So I mean, you can't expect that kind of production on a guy of that age and those kind of miles and them to be good for the whole season. So you use them sparingly. You're talking what? Couple of couple you're talking maybe 8 to 10 plays a game max. I mean, that should be more than enough for how we spread the ball around. And again, if we can really start focusing on the run game and make sure we're balanced, because there's no way you're going to win in the playoffs without having some kind of balance and having both, right? Yeah, it's what's going to have to happen. Yeah, because Odell want to win and get reps, but we don't need. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do like the fact that he wants to win, and I think he would bring that type of presence. I think he would bring that work ethic he has. As long as things are going well, I think he's fine, but that's the problem. What if things don't go well? I don't want to find out, right? Deshaun Jackson, you're not gonna have that problem. He knows where he's at in his career. Odell's very different, very, very different right now. So I don't know, man. I'm not gonna be mad if we get him. I mean, obviously, right? I'll take him. I mean, well, the depth is in itself is what we're really going to need, anyways, when it comes down the stretch for the rest of the second half of the season. So we'll see how it goes. Defensively, I don't, it looks like everybody's good. Haven't seen any crazy news or injury reports or anything like that from the defensive side. I don't know. I haven't seen anything on Waller. I'm assuming Waller is coming back offensively. I've been looking. I haven't seen anything that said he wouldn't be coming back. So I expect that. I have him on fantasy myself, and I got him in a lineup. So I'm hoping he does for sure. Yeah, hop on. So, you know, I mean, I'm trying to think what else when it comes to defense. Daniel Jones is playing really well right now. That's one thing, to be honest about and discuss, right? For Giants fans that's really been paying real close attention, they'll tell you the kid's been playing better, good football. And yeah, I he can have a great game against us. Do I think so? No, I think our guys come. I think our guys come to play. If I had my Hobbs jersey, I'd be wearing that because I think he's gonna shut it down. I'm excited to see that kid play against the Chiefs. Right, I want to see what Nate Hobbs can do when things are real. When he's dealing with the Kelseys, you know the Hills, all that stuff. I want to see how that works out. That should be interesting. And thanks, cuz yeah, Waller is active, so that's what's up. Barkley is out though. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, we 20 minutes in. I definitely want to make sure I get people involved today. Hopefully, we'll get some more people. Check out the link here. I'm dropping the chat, and I can have multiple people come up. So, before I bring anybody in, I do have to remember moving forward now that we are bringing people up. I will not be taking any of these videos down. This is live. It is what it is. So, obviously, present yourself the way you want to be presented, like you would expect to be presented in front of the whole world. Yeah. So, be sure you doing you and you okay with how that works as far as how you want to handle yourself getting up online. So yeah, uh, links in the comments. Hop on up. Let's discuss some more about these Raiders and what we're gonna do this weekend. I want to hear what people think about the receiving situation. I want to hear people's real thoughts on, if they really want to, you know, uh, if they really want to go in that direction. Sterling Shepard is out too. That's what's up. Yeah, I don't think I don't think we're gonna have a hard time with them defensively. Our defense is cooking. I think Jones is gonna be running for his life. Cold weather or not, irrelevant. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one for us defensively. If anything, I think we'll be slow on offense. That's my thing, right? Obvious reasons. But yeah, that we gotta get that running. But hold on one sec. But yeah, I want to hear what people have to say as far as their reasoning on why do you want Odell over Deshaun? Do you not want either? How do you feel about the young guns? Doing what they need to do to grow, and get to that point, right? To where they are now people we can count on down the road during the playoffs, all that good stuff. We're gonna need these guys, and we're gonna need them, right, for the future. And if you're not getting them in, hey, what can you do? All right, I see we got Stott Raider hating in the building. Everybody, please welcome.
What's going on, cuz?
What's going on, cousin? How you doing, sir?
It's feeling good, man. It's a
Feeling
little
good?
late, but I want to stay up to get a couple words in, man, and then say what's going on.
Yeah, that's what's up. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you tuned in. The fans want to hear what we all have to say when it comes to our thoughts on where we are. I mean, it's tough right now, man, right? This is when we're talking about adversity, I don't think many people
I mean,
deal with
man, listen,
adversity in the season.
October was a mother, man, and November is shaping up to be something else too, man.
Yep.
I mean, right before the trade deadline, this stuff goes down with Ruggs, man. It's crazy, man.
Yep. Yep.
But when when the team win the Super Bowl and they put that little booklet together that you can order. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes,
It's good.
sir.
Hey, bro, we win the Super. It's gonna be a hell of a booklet, that's for sure.
You you absolutely right,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
And
It's
this
gonna be
this is the shape.
emails and mug shots.
Man, it's gonna shape up to look something crazy. Man, the
Oh
memes
man.
already that's getting started
Oh
between
man,
Chucky
crazy.
and yeah,
Crazy.
it's been out of order. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean, it's Raider Nation.
Yep.
We should be used to this.
Yep.
So yeah,
Exactly.
I really want to hear, man. What's your thoughts on that receiving core, and how you see trying to
Uh,
gel and get these old heads, the
you know,
old veterans in? What's your thoughts?
like we briefly touched on earlier, man. We was texting and stuff, man. I don't necessarily think we need to bring in a veteran receiver, and if we do, we got to bring in somebody that's willing to really play that veteran role and kind of coach up some of these younger guys.
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
I agree. I agree.
because really there's really not too much available for us out there. Had something like this happen early in the season, we could have made a play for like Julio or something like that. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
But the whole situation is crazy, man, and you know, we got the talent to get through it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And the thing is that uh, I'm gonna throw DC a big shout out here, but he don't need superstars on the field to get the ball.
No.
You know what I'm saying? To move
Exactly.
those chains.
Exactly right. I agree
So
100%. And that's where I'm nervous about the chemistry if they do decide, right, to bring in somebody that could cause that. And that's
right,
why, when it come between the two that matters in this so far, meaning Odell and Deshaun,
right.
which one of those two have the right
I mean,
have the ability to cause those problems? I don't think
you
it's
know,
Deshaun.
yeah, I got to go with Deshaun, obviously. You know what I mean? Because you with Odell, whenever you playing with a Richard Millie on, you going through, you dealing with something, man. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? Like, it is what it is. We know you rich.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So,
Yep,
uh,
yep,
you
for
know what I
sure.
mean? Like I said, and especially with the young core that we have, and I've seen the maturity in Odell, but we haven't seen that maturity on the field, man.
No,
You know what I'm
no.
saying? This guy hasn't had a healthy season in what, 3.5 years, something like that.
And
So
then he coming off this horrendous knee injury. I mean,
right,
some people are saying they see the burst. They see, right? I haven't been paying attention, but what
yep,
I have seen is not that. When I
not
have
Odell,
watched
bro.
exactly, I haven't
Right,
seen that burst. I haven't seen him get back to where he was pre-injury. And I
nah,
mean, it's going to take the rest of the season, in my opinion, for him to get there. So
definitely,
he's
man. I
not.
mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
he's
he's
not
not
coming.
even on the radar. He's not on the radar for me as far as anything. In
Yep.
fantasy, none of that. You know what I
Nope.
mean? Because
Exactly.
like I said, it's just been too long. Like just like what's the kid name? Is it Josh Gordon? I'm like,
Yes.
yeah,
Done.
you know, I remember 2014.
Yep.
You know what
Yep.
I'm
Right.
saying? It's like, bro,
That's a long time ago,
yeah,
right?
man. You took too long to figure it out, man.
Yes.
And
Way too long.
and it's been a lot of talent in between there. And like I said, I think we got a talented young group of receivers, man. And they just need to be coached up. Get coached up, and you know, like Waller, I think he's one of those guys that just has a knack for getting open. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And when you're as big as he is, you're all kind of always open.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
once
Absolutely.
these young guys, man, because that's what I was looking forward to. Ruggs developing to that guy that can just find the zone and you know just find that open space and make you pay.
Yes.
You know?
That again, I'll reiterate back to that's why I was excited about him because excuse me, that last game,
Yeah, man.
he
Yeah,
showed
man.
major progression.
Man. Yeah,
So
man.
so sad. It
It's
still
crazy, man. And every time I think about him, man, it all gets negated when I think about that young woman, man.
right.
It's like as bad
No,
as I
you're
want to feel for him, man. It's like, and
right.
I can't, bro. This is in your lap.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a crazy situation, man. But
Yeah, yeah. I
I
agree
wish
with
him the
you
best. I
100%.
pray for him. I pray for his family. You know what I mean? I pray for her family. You know what I mean? Because it's a crazy situation all the way around, man.
Absolutely, dog. I ditto. Same for me, man. I mean, I'm not dumping on the kid. Like I said, we all have made our mistakes in this world,
Everybody done it. Exactly, man.
right? So,
Exactly, man. I was having
just
a conversation with a guy that I work with, not to cut you off, man, but I'll
no,
keep it
yeah, good,
quick.
good.
And I told him, I said, man, everybody do simple stuff, silly stuff, man. And I said, man, you know how many times I was a right or a left turn away from a felony? And
Yes,
not even nothing, you know what I mean? Just a roadblock and I'm too high or whatever the
yep,
case may be. You know what I mean? When I was younger and stuff and out there so it's like, man, accidents happen, man, and you can't let it define you even if it is a defining moment in your life. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, you
So
gotta find a way to bounce back, right? You may get knocked down, right,
yeah,
but you gotta always find a way to come back. Hopefully, Ruggs can, again, my biggest thing for him is his mental state. Knowing his
right,
background, right? That I just want the kid to at least be
yeah,
able to function. That just
yeah. No, man.
up,
Like I said, man, I couldn't imagine, man. Like you said,
up.
Man, man, you know.
And the
But
poor girl's family, man. The poor girl's family.
yep,
Again, condolences. Yep.
for
Prayers,
sure.
all that for everybody involved, man. It's gonna be hard to get through, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough one. It'll sting for a long time, man. This isn't gonna go
And,
away.
and you know what, man? It's like, I just hate that this young brother is just like that. He's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We ain't
Yep.
gonna hear nothing
Absolutely.
about him. We ain't gonna. You gonna hear
Mm-mm.
about his court date. You gonna hear what
Yep.
they gave him,
And that's it.
and that's gonna be that, bro. You
That's
know what
it.
I mean, man? And that's the hardest part. I remember watching the kid at the combine. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
I remember calling my boy up and being like, "Yo, bro, we gonna get him. We gonna. I could feel Al. I could feel
Right.
Al calling them in, dialing
Yes,
them in.
sir.
You know what
Dialing
I
it up.
mean? What
Yep.
jersey do you want? What number do you want? You know? And
Mm-hmm.
uh and when we got him, man, it made me smile, and I knew coming out of college that he wasn't ready for the league. You know what I
Right. We
mean?
all
Uh not with a guy like CeeDee Lamb coming out. You kidding me? You know
right.
what I
Right.
mean? Uh
Yes.
and what was the other kid? What, AJ Brown, right? That was his.
AJ Brown, CD Lamb.
So,
Then you got the kid that went to the Broncos too.
oh yeah, that big yeah, that dude. Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly, man.
forgot his
Yep, yep,
name.
yep.
But yeah, kid that went to the Broncos. There was some receivers out
Yeah, there was some receivers, man. These last like 2 or 3 years,
there.
So
There's been some good
uh
receivers, yes, but none with that speed.
none with that
None
speed,
with that
man. And I
period.
mean, and he had that scary speed, man, where it's just, when the ball was in the air, it was like, damn, I thought there was somebody with him,
Right.
you know? And it's
Yep.
just, I mean, he like I said, man, it is what it is, man. But
Yep.
we still got a lot of talent, man. I think Edwards,
Absolutely.
he gave us a couple glimpses. What was it? Maybe was it week 2 or
Yeah.
week 3 where he
Yeah.
came through for
Yeah.
us. You know what I mean? Big
They all
plays
have.
at the end.
They
Yeah,
all have.
exactly, man. So they've all given us glimpses, and
Mhm.
I think they're ready to step it up, man. I think, like I said, we got the right leader for them.
Yeah.
We got the
Absolutely.
right leader.
Absolutely. I'm excited for it. For real. Like I'm excited for this game because I do want to see how we bounce back.
Yeah,
I think
and
we
and
have
and,
what
and
the team.
yeah, and this the Giants, they struggling, but they're not playing bad football.
No, these
They're
boys is
not
all
they're
right.
not playing bad football, and they
Nope.
almost took Kansas City to the bank.
Yes.
So
Yes. They were
you
one
know,
mistake away. They made one or two mistakes that if they
eh,
would have cleaned those two mistakes up, game
that was
over.
a game exactly,
They had
man.
it.
So
They had it in the bag. So
yep,
it's not going to be an easy win. I mean, I say we're going to stop a mud hole in them. I do believe that, but I think
definitely
it's not. I think the game will look deceiving, right? It may be like a 21-10 game or something like that.
right.
But it's going to be probably closer, right, than you think.
Yeah,
Kind of like that Broncos game where yeah, we knew we were ahead, but we were always still nervous
right.
that
Still looking over our shoulder. Right.
exactly.
Yep,
I have a feeling that's what it's going to be.
yep.
And this is where I want, right, our running game to be leaned on. This is where it's like, okay, Jacobs,
Show me what you got.
okay,
This
Jake,
game.
okay,
So
Rashard.
what's his status? Is he back at least 90%, 85%?
You know, he been woofing. He been woofing.
Right,
So
man.
I didn't understand that, and I don't know if you caught that, but yeah, apparently there was some little issues with the
Yeah,
coaches.
I seen a little bit of that.
Chest injury that
Yeah,
they took him out for.
yeah. So what was they saying? So they saying that his injury is worse than it is, or vice? How's that working out? Because I didn't
Yeah,
even
he
go into the
stated
article. He's saying that he good, and they like, nah.
it, exactly. So he was not happy with how that got relayed to the public based
Yeah,
on the coaches. Based on the coaches. So
yeah,
who knows what that is? And I talked about it, man. I love Jacobs, but I can see him not being around. Right.
yeah,
I can see it because he's gonna want to get paid and rightfully so. And running
yeah.
backs are a dime a dozen. That
And
it's just fact.
and see, and the thing is that I see. I think because he's a young enough back, I think we have a good run this year. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Yes.
I think that he would make a career decision over a business decision. You
Right.
know what I mean? And
Yep.
I think that he said because I think that I think that he enjoys being a part of the organization. I think that he
Oh
enjoys
yeah.
being a Raider, even with all the stuff that's been going on. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And just like I think DC is committed to it, and that's why
Oh yeah.
it was hard for me to give up on him because I'm like, yo, this dude is never at any point expressed uh, any discontent with this organization ever.
Right. At all.
You
Not even a
know,
little bit.
and I was like, yo, man, I got a ride with a dude that said he's down to ride from the get go, man. I was at Radio City Music Hall when he got drafted. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
dope, man.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was the last one. It was the last one, man. It was a good draft.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, man. And so I stand behind him, man. And to see him develop into the quarterback, for years I was like, man, DC got all the talent in the world, but he doesn't have the mind
Pieces
to be
around
that next little quarterback. He needed the pieces around him, but I
He
didn't.
didn't have no defense, man. And that's
Yeah,
where you so for me, I agree with you. I agree 100% that his mind wasn't there, but that's because, right? It's how do you get yourself in the right mind when you know you don't have something to fall back on?
I know,
And
I
that's a
know.
defense, right?
Yeah,
So it's hard to be a gunslinger like he is now, right? You notice he's been taking chances left and right.
yeah,
I
oh
mean,
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
been
Because he
chucking the
was
rock,
scary last year, right? He was scary last year,
right?
and,
But he's
and you
been
know what?
chucking the rock this year.
Yeah, he been letting them go, man. And it's like everybody know this cat's got the big arm, And
Yep.
like last year, I felt like he was holding on to the ball too long. All of
Yes.
those routes, the ball, you know what I mean? And I was like, he got young receivers, you know what I mean? Because he could put that heat on the ball and it'll be there as soon as your head is turned.
Right.
But is Henry Ruggs ready for that? Are these cats really
Right.
that polished, that
There
to have their
wasn't.
head
There
around?
wasn't. Even
Exactly,
right.
man.
If we had hot dropper. That's what I like to call him.
And
Hot. What was the kid that just got released? Uh,
Sneed.
yeah, Sneed,
Yeah,
Willie
yeah,
Sneed.
and
Yeah,
man,
hot
Snead was solid in New Orleans, and then
yes, absolutely.
after
He
that, man,
fell
he just
apart.
kind of fell apart. Yeah, man, and
I
it's the
think he started
organization.
feeling himself. No, I think Snead started feeling himself, right? And
I
and
think
that's
so
kind
too.
of why the Saints was like, time to let
You
this
know,
dude.
well, it was that, but what's it called? Baltimore cut the check. He was getting like 14
Yeah,
mil or something like that.
yeah,
You know
he
what I'm
got
saying?
paid.
He
He
was
got
getting
paid.
so couple. You know what I mean? So he had a right
He
to
got
feel
paid.
himself a little bit. He was right there, but
Yep.
he got to find out what it's like when you got a guy like Drew Brees, who's a Hall of Famer. If he never won a Super Bowl, you know
Right.
what I mean? He's a Hall of Famer, and
Yep.
it really goes to show you, man. When you don't have to worry about a safety being over the top of you because you got a guy like Michael Thomas or Brandon Cooks. You know
Right.
what I mean? That's you were always a good second receiver or third receiver at that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you getting that single coverage on that weak cover guy. You look good. You feel good. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely right. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be interesting, man. That's gonna be an interesting deal. Yeah, I'm telling you, this game. I'm excited for this game. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know how it's.
Have you
I don't.
spoke to Unks, man? I told him he needed to go to the game, man. He said he was going. He thought about it. He said some guys from work was going to go up, but he decided against
Oh
it.
yeah, I didn't even think about that, man.
Yeah, I
I didn't
tried to
even
convince him.
think about
I was like, man, just go, get in the car and go, man.
that. Right.
Pick a car
Right.
and get in it and go.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. The tickets are pretty much
Oh
just
man,
cheap as
come on,
the
man.
Giants are sorry. The Giants are terrible. So the
Yeah.
seats are there. They're available.
Yep. Yep.
And you're
Yep.
gonna pay next to nothing. Now that you say that, I'm gonna text them. I'm gonna text them and tell them, yeah, come on up.
Yeah, cause he ain't got nothing to do, man. Tell him, yeah,
Right?
exactly, man. He ain't got.
Exactly.
Like I said, that's what I be telling him. And when I was up there, I'd be like, yo, Unks, man. This might be our last year in Oakland. You want to go out to the game?
Right.
Man, I wish I could. And I'm thinking to myself, man, you got a million damn vacation days. That's right, Alex. I'm
Yeah,
putting you on
dude.
blast on the internet. I ain't saying your government
Exactly.
name. I'm putting you on blast on the internet, man. Spend
You
some
got
of
the
that damn
whole
money. Get
damn
out there, enjoy
vacation.
yourself.
Exactly.
We got
I agree.
we got the world falling apart, man. You better go see your squad play, man.
Absolutely. Yep.
But
Come chill with your nephew. Come hang
yeah,
with your nephew at
you
Raider
know what I
Nation.
mean?
It's gonna feel like home. I promise you. And
Yeah,
that's
man.
hey, Jay. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. The stadium is so dope. Our stadium is in its home.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. I
it's
know that. Yeah,
home.
man. Yeah,
Even
yeah, yeah.
even the Oakland fans. I'm telling you, the tides are turning. They starting to.
They're
They
starting to
can't help.
accept it.
They the exception. Accepting it is already there.
Yeah,
They,
man.
you know.
We needed a home, man. We deserved a home for so long, man. So long we were the Raiders. We were the Pirates of the Sea. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yep.
it's like, man, we had to come out of it because it became our Achilles heel. You know what
Right.
I mean? It became our Achilles heel. Where's that phone charger at?
But yeah, we good, man. I'm telling you, the stadium is magic. It's electric. Every Raider fan needs to go. I mean, this is partly why I'm doing what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, no,
Like
man. Like I said, man, I remember you mentioning it to me, and I was like, "Damn, bro, that sounds good." And then 2 weeks into the season, Koy is like, "Yeah, he going to all the games." I'm like, "Oh, he was serious about that, huh?"
yep, yep.
That's what's up, man.
Getting this
That's what's up.
content, bringing it to the rest of us, and like I say, before you know it, man, it maybe not this year, but next year, I
Yep,
absolutely expect to bring a fan and one of their parents to the game. Right? That's
definitely,
exactly.
man.
Before you
Definitely,
know it,
man.
man, in 10 years, my vision is we're gonna have a whole section. we gonna
Yeah,
have a
no,
whole,
right, right.
we have a whole section. The
Exactly,
ultimate
man.
Raider fan
The
will have a whole
whole,
section of people
exactly,
that
man.
are going to the game straight off
And
the work
exclusive
week.
access. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Absolutely.
Exclusive interviews, man. I could see it, man. And I know that you about your business, man. And
Yes,
I
sir.
wish you the best of luck, man. And like I said, anything I
Yep.
could do to help out, man, just give me it's nothing. Let me know.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate that, boss. For sure.
But hey, I got not a long ride, man, but I got a trip I got to take tomorrow. I got to go out, head out to the mountains. I don't know if I told you, and I'm putting this on the internet too. I don't push the internet, but because I don't got no social media, no nothing. But
right.
but we bought some property, man. So I'm go take a ride out and
Yeah.
go take a look at some stuff.
That's what's up.
So we gonna be doing that, man. But hey, cuz, stay up, man. Stay blessed,
For
and
sure.
it was a pleasure once again, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
Take it easy.
Peace. All right. Thanks, Dave, for showing up, hitting us off with some nuggets, some jewels. Appreciate that insight. Yeah. Cool. Man, Bill hasn't slept since, huh? Rugs. Man, it's like I say, man, I'm gonna leave it at that again. Meaning, look, the kid's mental state is what I'm scared of more than anything. It's rough, man. So not sleeping, they gonna have to do something for him. Something's gotta give. We'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully he can get through it. All right, I'm switching gears. I'm gonna switch gears. It's a little bit of fantasy. Okay, let's talk some fantasy. And again, I'll put the invite in again. Oh, it's already there, just in case anybody wants to join, have a conversation. Just talk about who you got, what you're looking for. What I will start out with though is Yahoo Sleepers, right? Let's start out with some sleepers of yeah, of week 9. Man, I can't believe it's week 9 already. That's so wild to me. Week 9. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's look at it. Let me see. I did not know that Tyrod Taylor is back, right? Tyrod Taylor is back this week. So they play in Miami. That's interesting to say the least. Excuse me. I'm trying to think. I made quite a few bets already. Let me take a look. I made quite a few bets because I know I'll be traveling tomorrow. When I'm traveling like that, it's hard to put in the bets and so forth. But yeah, let's take a look at the lines. Because Miami Houston, that's that's a good game. Meaning based on the line, if you're a betting person, um, I believe I am taking Miami on this. They're getting 6. Yep, that's right. But Tyrod is back. Um, that's going to be interesting. I think he will be all right. I think they've given him plenty of time to be right and get ready. So, and they're considering him to be a sleeper for whatever reason for Week 9. Who they also have as a sleeper, which I don't understand, is our guy Derek Carr. There's no reason for him to be a sleeper. Derek's a baller. Derek is doing it this year, 100%. There's no reason to think anything different. Bottom line, we're gonna see these numbers from him right for the rest of the season. In my opinion, he'll be in the top 5 when it's all said and done at the end of the season. Last person they got on here is Kirk Cousins. He's been balling, right? He's been uh he's been doing this thing. I want to say he himself is in the top 10, maybe top 15 right now for all QBs in the league. Yeah. So why not start him if you got somebody on the buy, something along those lines. Yeah, he would be somebody that you would definitely want to stick in. And I forget who are they playing again. They are playing Baltimore. So I expect they're gonna need to throw the ball, right? They're gonna need to score points. So yeah, not a bad. Now I can see why they consider Kirk Cousins a sleeper, for sure. Running backs, you got Boston Scott, kid for the Eagles. They're playing the Chargers. Um, yeah, I don't know. I like the Chargers, but it just depends on which team shows up. It's one of those scenarios, right? I mean, it's almost somewhat the same for us, but at least we have, I guess, what some may consider to be some excuses as far as the turmoil and all kinds of bumps in the road we have. But yeah, anyways, Boston Scott against the Chargers. Yeah, I could see that. I could see him going off potentially. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think I have that as an over. Um, yeah, let me look at that. Buffalo, or not Buffalo, my bad. It's the Eagles and the Chargers. Yeah, the Eagles and the Chargers. Eagles and the Chargers. Rams. Let's see. Chargers. Titans. Where are they at? Here we go. And the spread is only 2, so that's actually a really good game. And the over under is 50. So that's actually a pretty that's gonna be tough, but I think both of them are gonna score. So I think they'll both easily have 25 plus in this game. It'll be a shootout. Just my 2 cents. And then they have Zach Moss. Jacksonville, I can totally see that. I think they'll jump out real early, get an easy, quick 14-point lead, and before you know it, it's time for them to work on the running game, the same as I feel we should be doing when it comes to playing the Giants. We should be able to jump out pretty quick, pretty early, and yeah, just pound the ball, and get our running game ready. AJ Dillon, I have not been a fan of him all year. He's got love. So they're probably going to stack the box and dare them to throw. That's going to be tough. I don't know why they have him as a sleeper. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. They know something I don't, but I don't see that. Devonta Freeman, I could see him being a sleeper, absolutely for sure for the Ravens. He's going to be he's going to start kicking up dust for them. I'm sure he's real comfortable. I haven't watched the Ravens much, right? I'm at the games, so I'm focused on on pretty much the Raiders every week. But Devonta Freeman, as long as he can stay healthy, that kid can ball. He's pretty good. Oh wait, yeah, oh no, Latavius Murray. I'm reading. Latavius Murray is out again. So again, sleeper Devonta makes a lot of sense. Mark Ingram, he's the same. He's back home. So yeah, makes sense. And they're playing Atlanta. So I have them winning outright as well. Um, yeah, I don't see how New Orleans loses that game. Atlanta's pretty atrocious at this point. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that game. Should be interesting. I got a bunch of parlays. In fact, I'll pull them up here in a little bit. But let's move on to the wide receivers as far as sleepers. T. Higgins. I actually have him in one of my leagues. I would agree with that. They are playing Cleveland, so they're gonna have to score, and that's the reason why I believe and can see him being considered a sleeper when it comes to this week. Our boy Hunter Renfro, Raider Nation, he's always solid in my opinion. This third and Renfro, we're gonna hit third downs. He's gonna get 10 points a game. I'm assuming he averages. You know what? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look just because. I'm gonna look because I want to know fantasy. Hunter Renfro fantasy. Let's look what they have him marked as. Week 9. Hmm. Won't show up. I want to say it says 9, 10 points. Uh, all right. Well, I believe he'll average double digits. That's just my 2 cents. Of course, I'm biased. I'm Raider Nation. It is what it is. Van Jefferson for the Rams. Another sleeper wide receiver. I can see it. Emmanuel Sanders, absolutely. Um, yeah, they're gonna jump up, but he's gonna get some. He's gonna get some balls for sure. Jerry Judy. Hmm. I don't know, man. They're playing Dallas. If he gets covered by Diggs, it's a wrap. I don't. They'd be crazy. Teddy's not throwing that way. Not gonna happen. Teddy is too smart for that. Tight ends, Pat Freemuth. Steelers, no idea. Tight ends are real scarce. Tyler Conklin for the Minnesota Vikings. Again, another kid. I pay no attention to tight ends because I was fortunate to get top two of them. Well, not I shouldn't say top two, but I was fortunate to get two good tight ends in all three of my leagues. One of them I got Hutchinson and Waller, so that's pretty crazy. I'm hoping to deal one of them right before the end of the cutoff. Hopefully, get something good out of that. Albert Aquanbone, tight end for Denver. I don't pay attention to Denver. I'm not a donkey fan, so yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, that's a little bit about fantasy. Um, yeah, I'll give my little lineup, man. I got my league that matters. I'm in my work league for Expedia. Yeah, it's a pretty good league. I won it last year. I had a terrible draft location this year. I think I was like 10 out of 12, 11 out of 12 pick in the draft this year. But I'm doing all right. I'm 5-3. I got Mahomes as my starting quarterback. I got Jacobs playing this week. Obviously, Robinson from Jacksonville as far as my other running back. I got Tariq Hill. I love to pair my quarterback with my wide receiver. This team is pretty good. I don't know how I made this team. I got Jamar Chase. I definitely see him showing out against Cleveland for sure. Then I got Evan Ingram, the tight end for the Giants. Yep, I had to start him, and I hope he gets zero. You're absolutely right. I don't care. It's Raiders first over any and everything. I don't go that route when it comes to fantasy. I don't ever bet against my team. So, yep, I got Singletary for a flex running back, Aguilar for a flex wide receiver. Bagley was my kicker, so I got 9.9 points from last night, and I'm rolling with Miami's defense. I'm assuming that Tyrod's gonna need some time, right? Maybe make a couple of mistakes. So hey, maybe I can get away with some easy cheap points, right? I got on the bench. I got Bolden as a running back on the bench. Fournette is on the bye, obviously. Mark Ingram, he's just now getting settled in, so not really feeling that. Randall Cobb, who knows what's gonna happen with him and Love. So I'm completely against that. I have Hunter Henry and they're playing Carolina, and I absolutely might make a change and put him in the starting lineup. Hawkinson is on the bye, but he's been pretty good for me. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll probably make a change. I'll do something different. Uh, we'll have to see. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. Yeah, but yeah. So that's my league. That's my first main league that really matters. Then I got my league with my people from home, Connecticut. Dak is my quarterback. Michael Carter. Actually, this draft, I was the number one draft pick. Yep, I picked McCaffrey and I'm paying for it. I'm currently 4-4 in this league. Dak Prescott, Michael Carter is my running back. Christian McCaffrey, I have put in. I, I hope he plays. Brandon Cooks, Mike Williams as a wide receiver. Darren Waller is my tight end. T. Higgins is my flex. I got the Cowboys defense this week, and I have a transaction put in for a kicker. I forget which one. Ryan Tannehill is on the bench for me. Mark Ingram's on the bench for me. David Montgomery, man, that hurt me too. Right, he hasn't played since I don't know what week. Just been killing me. Hawkinson is on the bye. Mike Evans, right, wide receiver for Tampa Bay is on the bye. And I'm going to keep the 49ers defense on the bench. I'm probably going to get rid of them. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see. Last but not least, my league with my nephew and his homies. This league, I am currently 3-5, but I really shouldn't be, to be honest. A couple of games I didn't make any changes because I was traveling. So it is what it is. My quarterback is Josh Allen. King Drake is my running back. James Conner is my running back for this week. Tyreek Hill, wide receiver. Debo Samuels, who is questionable, not sure. Travis Kelsey, AJ Brown is my flex. I got the Bengals because I think they're going to cause the Browns to struggle. And Zerline is my kicker. Backups is Chris Godwin for wide receiver, Chris Carson, who is injured, running back Seattle. I like this kid, Javante Williams, man, and it just makes me want to he's a donkey, but he's the kid's got talent. Dak is on my bench. Ronald Jones, running back. Chubba Hubbard from Carolina. And then D Carr, our guy, he's on the bench. I mean, right? Josh Allen is putting up pretty big numbers as well. I think we really run the ball and get at it from that respect. So I don't expect to see much other than a heavy dose of that and maybe 2 touchdowns from Carr. I'm I'm gonna I'm gonna go on record and say I see Carr with about 320 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and that's about it. I don't see a whole lot. I shouldn't say I see a whole lot. 300 yards passing. Yeah, that's my prediction. Yeah. So I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. I've not been to this stadium, so it should be fun. It'll be my first time also with my GoPro 10. So now I'll be also streaming in 4K. And yeah, some things are starting to pick up. I finally got a few connections, excuse me, to help out with some things. As you all know, excuse me, having a full-time job, right? 3 kids and a wife, yeah, tough. It gets tough. This week is gonna be my last tough week though. Like I say, I compete next week on Thursday. I'll finally get that out of the way, and then it's time to focus on the Chiefs, right? Getting my mind right for that on Sunday, and come home with a gold medal, with a W from our Raiders, as well as some signed memorabilia and great pictures from one of our greats, Marcus Allen. I'm really psyched, and I don't care what happens, whether he's in jerk, right? You hear every story. I could care less. I'm not looking at the man from that respect. Uh, I really just admired what he did on the field. I no, I mean, hey, his life is his life. Whether he's a jerk or not, it's irrelevant to me. Um, I didn't idol him from that respect. Like I've said, I was very fortunate growing up with my parents and the family and stuff that I had. I had my own idols that were specifically right from within my own blood from that respect. So yeah, but yeah, it's a big week. It's a big week for me. I'm really excited. Glad I get to go back to my roots, if you will, going to New York and being in the East Coast. I mean, I am truly an East Coast kid through and through. So that's kind of never changed. But yeah, I think this was a good show. Great show. Great show. Great show. I had a good time. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. I will definitely be streaming live for right the recap. Give you guys all the scoop on the stadium, the ins and outs, what was good, what was bad, all that stuff. Right, getting there, and then of course talk about the game. But yeah, I'll be there with this hat on, my card jersey. I have my terrible towel. Hopefully, we'll be able to make some noise and yeah, get out of this place with a W. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, T Crump is out. Thank you, appreciate you. Have a good night.